in. First of all, let me turn I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but let me turn ringer off so that if somebody does call, hopefully it won't cut us off. I'm actually out here in the garden. I'm in the garden a little bit later than what I am. Normally I'll come out, but since out of the blue yesterday, because it was not in our forecast, we got a good rain yesterday. And so when I looked today, they said it was going to be hot and sunny, but it's a nice overcast. And so I got out here probably about an hour ago to just really tidy up the beds. But as you can see, I'm going to come over here. I got a little scissor happy. I was trying to cut one thing, ended up cutting one of the cucumber plants. I was trying to trim it and get some of the older leaves off of there, get some of the leaves that had died off of there. And all of a sudden, y'all see my scissors over here. So all of a sudden, I cut the wrong thing, and I just said, you know what? Go ahead and pull them up. These were cucumbers. They were still producing cucumbers. However, I wanted to go ahead and get this bed clean. What I've done this morning is so the Alberta peach tomato that you all used to see right here. Last night I was on a live. Start thundering and lightning. So many. I'm gonna show you something in a minute because of the tomato plant that I pulled. So it was so many tomato hornworms, in which I knew that because I kept looking at my leaves. This was the plant that when we had those 2 weeks of rain, like every day. So this was the plant that really took a hit as far as splitting of the tomatoes. And so it looked like it wanted to come back. And then we had just some pests that were bothering it. I'm putting my gloves on because I want to show y'all this. So anyway, I've cleaned out this area. I am going to put some diatomaceous earth just down here because of the simple fact that it was a few pests that I want to just kind of get rid of. But this is one. Y'all, it was so many leaf-footed bugs and squash bugs. Do y'all see? So since I've pulled the plant, what these are leaf-footed bugs. What they've done is I guess they think they finna migrate to this lemongrass plant. And so we're gonna treat this. They think they're smart, and I'm itching. And then here is like the baby phase. It's like they want to turn over on the leaves and, just do whatever. But however, I am gonna treat this area right here. I'm gonna put some diatomaceous earth down. And what I'm going to do so that I can say, okay, I've accomplished a little bit today, because y'all know at 6 o'clock, what we will do is have a list of new garden chores for the week. And I'm just trying to figure out, because we may have some guests coming. I'm just trying to figure out what could I get done this week. But let's move back over here, since I've already pulled the cucumber plants that I didn't intend on pulling, but I did anyway. These are determinate tomatoes right here. So what I'm going in now and doing, I forgot that I even started this petunia right here from seed. But I'm about to go in and just clip this off because they're making tomatoes, but they're smaller. And determinate basically means that they put on all of the tomatoes at once, and then that's it. So this plant is pretty much done. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this. I'm just taking off the last it's a few little ripe tomatoes right here. I want to work on this one today, but it's not hot out here. It's just really humid. And I got to prep myself for the week, this week, y'all, because I told nobody, and I mean nobody. I actually told one of my daughters yesterday, but it was over by that time. Like, I took the week off last week and I didn't tell nobody. I just wanted to just like do whatever I felt like doing when I wake up. I didn't want to have no obligation. If I wanted to lay there for about 30, 40 more minutes, I could. And it was amazing. Sometimes you don't have to go anywhere to like, just kind of refresh, regroup. Because I know that over the maybe next couple of months, that the job is going to get a little bit demanding. So if I can finish this up, also what I've done is I cut back some more basil. But the reason, oh, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. The reason why I'm not upset about these cucumbers that I made a mistake and cut, and I was just like, just pull them, just pull them. Y'all know I said that I planted some 40-day cucumbers, and so these are right here. So we got our 40-day cucumbers starting to make trellis. Starting to, put on some growth. They're starting to hook on to the trellis. So I have 3 right here, and then I also have 3 right here. Yeah, I planted way too many, y'all. So these are I think it's the honey. I think one is the honey and one is the 40-day cucumbers. And so we are going to test that with the rain that was so unexpected, but so needed yesterday. I did plant, these are little 35-day marigolds. So we pulled up, we kind of cleaned this bed up a little bit last week, not a lot. And so I just put some marigold down in here. By the way, y'all, remember last week I said I couldn't find, this is one of my favorite hand trowels. Okay, I'm gonna put this up today. So it was over where I called myself looking for it. So it was over here where I last worked at. But what I can tell you is that I had planted a couple of plants right here. See, this is why I always start more seeds than I need. And something has taken them out because they were small, they were little. And so what I'm going to do today, now I looked at the weather app. It said no rain today, but it also said it was going to be sunshine and 92. But I'm not complaining because I'm okay with the way it is now. It's just a little bit humid. So what I'm also going to come back over, the garden is in dew. Y'all know I said I was going to put diatomaceous earth. I was going to put that in this bed. I was also going to put it over here where I pull the tomatoes up at. But I noticed that I had diatomaceous earth, and y'all know when it rains, you're going to have to reapply it. So I had 2 flowers right here, or 2 small plants. Y'all, look at the red birds. I filled up that was one of the things. I'll give y'all, it's so many of them. I know it's about 5. So check this out, y'all, really quick. I know this ain't even what we supposed to be talking about, but what I will tell you is I did complete one of my, I completed one of the chores for last week is to like clean out the fountain, fill the bird food up. And so I've been seeing like the birds just come. And so I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but it's 2 red finch. They're over there acting, I guess they playing. Maybe that's their way of playing. But anyway, you see right here, so I planted these, and now that the diatomaceous earth has been washed off by the rain, it is starting, I got to replant this as well. But I showed this last night before it rained. In a few, probably tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, or maybe no later than Tuesday, I'll be ready to start harvesting some of these little fingers eggplants. They're not supposed to get big, and I wanted to grow these. We started these from seed, and I only did 2, but I wanted to grow these because they're small in size. I think this one probably is pretty much ready right here, and then probably that one. So I know what we'll be having at least one day this week for dinner. But I know that since the rain also came yesterday, it's probably really going to go ahead and, flourish and shine in the garden. And if y'all remember back here, now I'm specifically letting this basil go to seed. Like I don't trim it like I do in the other raised bed garden. But if you remember on one of the lives, the tomato cage, oh, I did put it up. It had fell over. So that's why I got a lot of green tomatoes. I got a lot of tomatoes that's blush, that is in the house, because I just said, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting with trying to keep this up. We'll just have to do a better system next year because it actually had got just so top heavy. But So we'll start working on this area slowly but surely. I was on live the other day, y'all. So we're starting onion seeds, and I'm thinking about putting them maybe in here. And then some of the dahlias, these are from tubers. Some of them are starting to get blooms on them as well. But that's what I wanted to share with y'all today. I'm not going to be out here really long. We will come back at 6. I want to do a couple of more things, and then we're really going to talk about like what I can accomplish this week. This is another bed I need to tackle right here, but I don't know if I'll tackle it today. We'll just see. It's really humid, y'all. Like I'm sweating from the humidity, not from the heat. And so that's what we're going to do. So now that, I'm not going to plant anything else summer right here. I'm really going to get focused on the fall and the fall season. So I'm just going to start putting up these summer things. And if you haven't watched the video with our soil test results, make sure you go back and watch that, because the only thing that I'm going to do when I get ready to plant for fall is I definitely have to bring this soil level back up. So I'm going to top it off. And then after I top it off, we're going to start probably around the 1st of September, mid-September. We're going to start putting our fall garden in. But what I may have to do, just depending on the weather, I may have to bring my shade cloth out. Um, why is this bee in my face? I may have to bring my shade cloth out and put my supports up and just cover it until it really starts to cool down, because it's you gotta kind of watch the fall, because it is time to start thinking about fall gardening, but it is hot. Some plants are more easier to bolt than others, and so what I do is I try to just put a shade cloth on it until we really start to cool down. You can feel the temperatures cool down, and we're not up in the 90s anymore, but we still got a lot of work to do with our seeds. But this is what I'm going to do a little bit better this year, is I'm going to stagger my planting, because when you stagger your planting, you're not harvesting everything at once. Like, for example, this was one of the first determinate tomatoes that we had planted right here. We're about to pull that. But maybe about 4 weeks later, I came in and I started, planting this bed right here, so that whatever I decided to do with it, like this was the first bed of tomatoes. And so we harvested those, we made sauce with them, we froze some. And so that way you're not putting a lot on yourself at one time, like harvesting a whole bunch of tomatoes or a whole bunch of lettuce, or, and you're not able to eat it before it starts to, go bad. So I'm going to work on just staggering. I know that the beds probably will look a little bit bare, because I do like for my beds to look. But I feel like if I stagger it, then, we can have one thing one week, one thing another week, and we can just kind of eat that way. Y'all, look at the butterfly. Bless his little heart. That's one thing I can say. When you plant flowers, vegetables, and herbs all together, like, you bring in so many beautiful things to the garden. Now, it be some pests in the garden too. And then here is the bumblebee right here. But yeah, I got these bags back there, y'all, because I've really been trying to just clean up. And like today, when I made my little mistake there, I just say, you know what, go ahead, clean them up. Y'all remember the video that we had where we harvested our jalapeno peppers? Well, those ones that were small that we let stay on a little while longer. So those are about ready now. So we'll get that. Then we got our banana peppers that's coming. So this bed right here is probably going to take us out until the fall with the cucumbers and the peppers. That may be one of my chores. Let me think about it, y'all, before I come back on at 6. Like, I really want to get this basil pulled. I've been cutting off of that ever since I planted it. But at least this one, I want to prep that, get ready to go. I'm really thinking about, let me tell y'all this really quick, and then I'm going to go for real, because I know I said once you get done with this bed, you'll be done for today. But let me tell y'all this. One thing, so evidently, Y'all know about soil. Okay, so we had the Renew Urban Garden. They came in and they filled the beds up with soil, and we knew that it was going to start, settling and compressing down. So this spring, what I did is I ordered some soil from Soil 3, and they brought out the soil, so we just kind of topped it off. We topped off these beds, they brought in some more beds, everything was good. Now y'all know, for some of our containers that we created, at the time Costco had soil on sale, and I just used the last bag of it. But I just bought um, another bay leaf plant and a pineapple plant. The pineapple plant, I remember looking at this, and it's like a white pineapple. And I will have to make sure that I bring it inside because it doesn't tolerate frost, which is why I'm planting it in a container. But to make a long story short, I used my last bag of potting soil on this hibiscus over here in this brown thing. So use that. No more potting soil. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just go to um I'm so sick of seeing these leaf-footed bugs, y'all. It's just like they went off the tomatoes and now they're everywhere. So I went to the garden center like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and just get some soil. So evidently, I didn't know that soil went up that much, because when the lady gave me my total about soil and about some compost, when she gave me my total, I thought that she had like rung up the wrong thing, or she rung up too many. Like, I had to ask her, what all did you ring up? So I got 2 bags of the big potting soil, 2 bags of the black cow compost, y'all. That was $50. I was like, oh, okay, nope, we're not about to do this, because I have like this right here, y'all, it's some inches. So I'm gonna try my best to call local again, and see. But what I can say is the Soil 3, when they did come, it did come local, the soil. I think they say it came from Forest Park, Georgia. So it was kind of local. But I think I'm going to just call them out again, because, just thinking about, if you, from a perspective of, if you get so many bags from the garden center, I might as well just call them out and tell them to bring me the bulk one. Now they said how much it covers, but y'all, I'm still trying to learn like cubic feet and square feet and all of that. But I feel like with all of the beds are pretty much gonna need to be topped off. I feel like if I could just order, I probably need to order two, maybe one. Yeah, I probably need to order two more, and then just top these beds off, because the reason why I'm thinking about calling them back is for the simple fact that I thought that my raised beds were the ones that probably wouldn't be good for the soil test when I got my results back. But actually, everything was good. Like, it was within range. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't like the consistency and the texture of the soil. However, evidently it contained good nutrients. So since we're planting a lot of leafy greens this season, I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit the soil with some nitrogen when I get ready to plant. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And so I plan on being back on to this evening, Sunday at 6. After I get this taken down, I still got, and I forget, look, after I pull the cucumbers and cut those, was like, you did have a pepper plant right here. And I think I've harvested like 2 bell peppers off of this, but everything was just hiding. It was kind of like this cucumber plant over here. So this is our Armenian cucumber plant. So this is how it was trailing, like all over the place. And I got to clean this up too, because it's like a jungle over here. That's what those were doing. And so I forgot all about the fact that I actually had a pepper plant, and then I actually had these petunias here that we started from seed, and they couldn't even really get a chance to grow because they got blocked out by a lot of the tomatoes. And then I knew about the dahlias. This was kind of like an afterthought. I just kind of put that there. But also this area right here where the cucumber plants were trying to trail over. This was called lime thyme, like a thyme that has a lime flavor. I'm like, oh yeah, this is here too. So it should it should bounce back. But that's what I'm gonna do today. So this bed will be clear. I really do feel like I should just go ahead, order the soil 3. They're really quick with shipment. Let them come on out, and then that way I don't have to top all my beds at once and get overwhelmed trying to prep for fall, because we're starting seeds. I did see some Swiss chard that germinated in the grow room, so I think that's a good idea. Glad I was talking to y'all today. So I think, and I'll reiterate this in our live today at 6. I'll reiterate. I think I'm gonna go ahead tomorrow. Just it took them literally one day, so I called them one day. The Soil 3 people. I called them one day, and the next morning they were bringing it out. And like I said, it was local soil. I wasn't pleased with the texture way. As I'm pulling up some of the summer plants that we have here, I can go ahead and I can top off my beds, because my calendula is also ready to be planted in the herb garden. But I'll come over here real quick and show you that it also needs to be topped off as well, so I can get that going. um and I need to get all of this stuff trimmed up. I really, as I'm talking, I'm thinking I know what my tasks are going to be for this week. But see, I need to top that off. So y'all, thank y'all for that. Thank you for that. But today, while I was pulling this up, I went ahead and deadhead these plants the best I could. And so now we're just going to let that grow, and we still have a few more tomato plants that we have, and like some over there, and we got some cherry tomatoes. But let me finish working on this bed, y'all. Make sure you, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If all goes well, I will be back on at 6. I know my youngest daughter is supposed to come. She's helping one of her friends move in. College time is back again. I just keep telling her, "Well, you can just come on, get finished." This is her last year. But time does fly by really quick. So that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna finish this up, and then hopefully at 6 we'll have some chores for you for the week. And so I will end on that note. I'm watching this butterfly over here, y'all. I really like these green. Y'all look it up. Green envy zinnias. I did not think I would like it. I didn't think I would like the color, but I think I think against the red, it really looks nice. And the butterflies like them too. Okay, y'all. So let me finish this up so I can at least say I've got something accomplished for today. Y'all be safe today. Take care, and we will talk again soon. Bye, y'all. Okay, maybe if I pull my gloves off, I can put the X.